in the hands. But while he's running between the wickets, the outfielder often just looks up a little bit and then up, and the fumble is more than enough for him to get through for 2.
Irie wants 2 again here, but McMullen says no. There's a wiggle, not just between these two sides, going around social media as El Clasico, but between these two men, Irie and Neesham. Remember, when Irie dismissed him in the group stages, out came the somersault, and I can promise you, I'm not going to call Jimmy Neesham an elephant, but he's not forgotten that. Well, as we heard from Paris Khadkar, thanks to all our sponsors, including Ultraviolet, that's the F77, imagined at the intersection of design and technology. Really beautiful bike. I was on the back of one of those this morning. Only way to get here when the traffic's as heavy as it is. Just wonder what might happen if Neesham somehow got Dipendra out here. Bowled him. It's just clipped the bail. It's not Irie, it's not the one he wanted, but it's another big one as Brandon McMullen gets to double figures for the umpteenth time in this tournament and gets out.
Just a length with a little bit of zip, maybe a touch movement back into the right-hander. McMullen's looking to go downtown. And Neesham has one. That's a very big wicket at a critical stage in the match. Because if this man had batted through, well, 200 is definitely on the cards. He goes for 14. Maybe, just maybe, the Bolts are scrapping back. 149 for 4.
Thought they might have gone left hand, right hand, particularly with Rajbanshi having one left. Instead, they've gone for power. Because it's 2 right-handers, Rajbanshi will now be called upon to bowl his 4th and final. Amazing to think of his bowling figures as the 150 comes up against the carnage of the rest of them, HD.
Yeah, 1 for 9. That single bringing up the 150. I am a little bit surprised about Ishpande not coming in here. Forget the left hand, well, not forget the left hand, right hand combination. It's a very good point. But the fact that Dipendra Singh Irie at the beginning of his innings relies heavily on between the wickets running, quick stuff, quick singles. I'm not sure he's going to get the same response from Kuggeleijn as he would from Pandey. But Kuggeleijn is sent in all out attack.
He gets off the mark immediately. This was a good piece of bowling, wasn't it, from Jimmy Neesham, the final ball of the previous over. Just the one bail it kissed.
Yeah, hard length. Hard length. Sometimes the old test length is still the best. Not all the time, though, because you can disappear over mid-wicket. But on that occasion, perfect.
Shot you don't see too often from Dipendra Singh Irie, purely because of where the fielders are. I've no doubt that Irie wants 3. He's almost willing Kuggeleijn to come with him, and he does just about get there. As Sharmila holds his arm after the throw.
It's a shot that can be utilised just to manipulate the field to the way you want it to be set as a batter. So you play the little lap. Now what inevitably happens is they can bring the deep square leg finer, or they move someone across from the offside into that position at short 45, and it just opens up another scoring area for you.
Good check of the stroke from Kuggeleijn because he didn't get there. Yeah, I spoke to Scott Kuggeleijn about one of the more controversial aspects or incidents that we've seen in the tournament when Ishan Pandey was retired, and he actually said he felt really bad about it. And then he watched back the coverage and he said, I know UNHD were spraying me to the heavens and I deserved it because I don't know whether it was the right thing to do. They asked me to go in and have a wind, and then I just couldn't get a hold of one. Ended up, I think, with 3 or 4 or something like that. That was Ishan Pandey being retired out.
Well, it certainly never blames Scott Kuggeleijn for going in. He didn't grab the coach by the scruff of the neck and say, send me in. Right, when he came down the wicket the last time to Rajbansi, I actually think he just cramped himself a little bit for room. He wants a little bit of freedom to be able to swing those arms through the ball. This is a big delivery here.
Oh, quite beautifully bowled. The tournament's leading wicket taker for a reason has finished maybe his best 4-over set of the tournament. 1 for 15 for him. It's 156 for 4.
DHI have
Absolutely fine, nothing wrong with that. And I also think at the other end, I'm not even sure who appealed. Keep your eyes on Malanta here. It'd be interesting to see if there was an appeal. But absolutely fine. So Shinwari just wanted to double check it. Not out will be the NPay umpire decision pending decision on screen. 18 balls left. Tiger at the crease. What can they get to? Neesham wants his wicket. Hammered away. But protection out there. Well placed deep backward point.
It is quite difficult now, isn't it, for the square leg umpire, because they don't stand in line with that popping crease anymore because of the run-out camera. Years and years ago, they used to stand directly in line and they would have to make that decision. Now they've almost got to get out of the path. So when there is an appeal, you can almost understand them going upstairs.
Yeah, that's to avoid blocking off our cameras to give the best possible chance of the correct decision. There's Rashid Riaz. Definitely a couple of yards behind square, isn't he? I just didn't see an appeal. That's why I was surprised they went up to the third umpire. You need an appeal, remember? Into the slot, one Kiwi to the other. Kuggeleijn gets a good piece of it, but he'll feel as though he's missed out there.
He's going to think, come on, Scott, you need a boundary here, otherwise this fella's going to run you ragged.
When we were looking at that replay of them running the 3, that was Dipendra Singh Ari not even in second gear. He was trotting. Kuggeleijn was all out to sprint back for 3. Little bit of a tortoise and hare situation out there, the two batters. The Royals are still on top here, but the Bolts are just gradually clawing their way back into this contest. It does look a good surface.
It does. And what you don't want to do, and Kugelein's very aware of that, especially after the conversation he's had with you, is that he doesn't want to just swing and miss. He still wants to be scoring. Sometimes that can happen when you elevate a big hitter up the order, is they can spend their innings swinging and missing. And it can cost the side. He can strike him though, can Kuggeleijn.
Goes straight down the ground, a little unorthodox because he has to extend almost out of his shape, but he gets a good piece of it. Mid-off's up on the circle, 1 bounce 4.
It is the adjustment to the stroke that makes it such a good one, because it's pace taken off and he has to just wait ever so slightly, and the opening of the face at point of contact is critical to the end result.
Every batter there, their natural instinct will be to bring the bottom hand through to close the face and often lose their shape. Somehow it was a touch unorthodox. He got it straight enough to get 4. This time the bottom hand does come through. It splits the gap. It's 4 more. Neesham cannot quite believe what his Kiwi colleagues done to him. 2 big balls there, 2 big boundaries.
And even 12 off 7 would suggest that the risk to elevate Kugelheim up the order has been a success, because at this stage of an innings, when you're striking it at 171, you're doing your job.
His job now may be to go 2-4-6. I really would quite like the strike in the 19th, I feel. Instead it will be a dot. I really will get the strike. Neesham will finish with 1 for 44. It's 167 for 4.